Hey everybody, how are you? Long time no see. I thought I'd come on and let you know that yes, I am okay, and I have been really busy. I have had a crazy summer, and so far a crazy fall. A lot has happened since the last time I talked to you. I have, well, the last time I talked to you, Murphy had just pulled out the straw that broke the camel's back and tried to attack our neighbor. And we did end up having to euthanize her because she was very dangerous and aggressive. And she was also, it wasn't her fault. She had an autoimmune disease. I've told you guys about this before. She was always in pain, and it was extremely sad. Murphy had a big footprint in our house, and I was a lot sadder about it than I thought I was going to be, because I was usually the victim. I was the one that got attacked most of the time. Now she bit my niece, she bit me, she bit my daughter. She went after my best friend, and I had to get between them. She went after the painter. And the last straw was when my husband was in AFib and my neighbor was here listening to his heart because she was a retired nurse, and I was getting ready to take him to the ER. And she went after our neighbor, and my husband lunged in between them so that she wouldn't bite Murphy and fell on the floor. Okay, he's having a heart attack, right, in AFib, and well, I mean, it's not a heart attack, but he's in AFib and it's not good. He's not in AFib anymore, but anyway, I mean, that was it. But the good thing about it is that he saw what happened. He saw her in action, and normally he didn't because he wasn't here. Then my horse died, and that was really sad. He was a horse that I got when he was almost 21 years old. He was a Frisian gelding, a star gelding. He was very good. He was my heart horse. And I have another Frisian horse, and she's the bomb. I mean, she's a model mare. She's what every Frisian owner wants their mare to be. I mean, she's the model of the standard. She's perfect. And they've been together their whole lives. He was a year old, and when I got her, he was a year old, and she was 6 months old. So they'd been together their whole life. Luckily, when Luca died, another mare came to the barn, and they bonded very quickly. So that mare had also lost her long-term stablemate. So anyway, that was really sad. We took him over to Lexington and to go into surgery. And they opened him up on the table, and we were watching. We got to watch. And the doc is like, "Come here." And he showed me in there, and he said, "Something has ruptured. There's no way this horse can survive." And so he said, "What do you want to do? Do you want me to look and see what happened?" And I said, "No. If he can't survive, there's no reason just to tear him up." And so we closed him up, and well, they put him to sleep. They euthanized him right then, and anyway, that happened. Then I took my daughter to California and checked her into her dorm room, which was, from the get-go, that trip was hell. With osteoporosis, I took her out there, and her dad kept saying, "I'm going with you." And I'm like, "No, you're not. I'm not going anywhere with you." But I said, "If you want to go, then you take her, because I'm not going anywhere with you." So Anyway, we argued about that for a while, but I wasn't going to. How am I going to do that? Anyway. So what ended up happening was the first plane hit a bird on the way in to pick us up. So that was delayed. Then we sat on the tarmac for an hour, and because we were going to Charlotte, and Charlotte airport was backed up, so they couldn't let us go. So we sat on the tarmac for an hour, and I'm like, we gotta get off this plane. You know, if you're not gonna take us to California, we gotta find another way to get there. And everybody else is saying the same thing, right? It was hot. They turned everything off. There's probably people on there with COVID. We're all wearing masks, sitting there in that tin can for an hour. Oh, it was awful. And then, so we got back on, and we got back in the airport and made other arrangements and went to California and got there, of course, 5 or 6 hours after we were supposed to arrive, which meant the rental car place was closed. So we didn't have a way to get to our hotel up in the financial district of San Francisco. So we stayed at a hotel near the airport so that I could get the car in the morning, which means I got charged for both hotel rooms for one night. But anyway, I had a backpack, I had a carry-on, and I had probably the biggest duffel bag you could possibly have that I was pulling around with osteoporosis. And my daughter, of course, had the same thing. She had a backpack, a carry-on, and a huge suitcase. And by the time we got to the second hotel, that night I was in so much pain. It was just awful. And so the next day I got online and called a dispensary, and they delivered some relief to my hotel, which was, all right, love California for that reason. So then we went shopping, and Chloe lost her iPhone in the Target store, which was really difficult to get into. And so we did find the phone because we called it and somebody answered. So it was all one way, all around, all the different levels. It was crazy, man. And so we get back in the car with her phone, and we're driving down the road back towards our hotel. And she lost her earbuds in Target. I said, we're not going back for those. Nobody's going to turn those in. Forget about it. So anyway, you got to learn your lesson one way or the other. But so got her into her room, got everything schlepped down there. I mean, I'm serious, you guys. This was really painful for me physically. And I get her moved in there, get all of her stuff there, and she's like, thanks, Mom. See ya. Get out. Pretty much saying, I don't need you anymore. But she is very happy. She has joined a sorority. She has made a lot of friends. She's got 3 roommates, and she's loves her professors, loves her classes. She says they're hard, but she's having fun. So then the other thing that I've been doing is, we're waiting on another cat. We have reservation. We have reserved a kitten with a champion Maine Coon breeder. I know some of you guys are going to be going like, don't go to breeders, adopt to the shelter, whatever. Well, Finnegan's adopted, FYI. And Joey wants one that looks like Murphy, but isn't like Murphy. And he told me yesterday, he said, this is probably going to be the last cat I have in my lifetime. He's 65, and hopefully the cat will live 20 years. He said, so I want the color that I want, because I wanted another black and white one. He wants a silver tabby with white. Whatever, I don't care. I have the love of my life, Finnegan, and he is the black and white that I looked for 3 years. And he couldn't be a better cat. I just am crazy about him. So I have my cat. Let's let Joey get his. So I think the last video I had on here, I was just making sure of the time. I showed you guys all the stuff I had on eBay. I I showed you all the stuff in my garage. Well, my garage is a mess again, and my dining room table is a mess again. But I did get it all cleaned off at one point and got it all on eBay. And I also am selling stuff on Ruby Lane now. I don't know if you guys have heard about Ruby Lane, but some of the stuff that I'm selling is from estate sales and higher end stuff. So I've done pretty well on there so far. We'll see. Still, you know, seeing how it goes. I've also opened an antique, or not an antique. I have a booth at a flea market. So that's happening too, and that's going okay. But I haven't been watching a lot of news, and I mean, I know the highlights of what's going on, and Trump's still a dick. So, and Gates is still an ass, and Ted Cruz is still an ass, and Joe Manchin needs to get his head out of his you-know-what, and so does Kristen, whatever her name is. I can't remember her name off the top of my head now. This happens when you do this. You forget things. They just go out of your head. But I thought I'd come on here because I've decided that I'm going to sell some of my tarot cards, whatever. Now, here's why. I have bought so many decks that I will never use, and I like them. But as you guys know, I have the ones that I like, that resonate with me, that have my juju on them, and I'll never sell those. And some of them I've had for years and years and years, and some of them are new. Like my animal decks, you know, my dog deck, and you know, that kind of thing. I'm never going to sell those. But I have a pile of them here that I am going to sell, and some of these are new, and the only reason I bought them was to show you guys, like, you know, like here's a Majestic Earth Tarot. I mean, never used these. I bought them to do, you know, just to do a display for you guys. And they're beautiful. These are gold gilded on the sides. They're gorgeous. Look at this. They're just gorgeous. And I have a pile here that I'm going to be selling. So this is one of them in this beautiful box. Very nice box. I'm going to sell the Easy Tarot. Unless I send, I could possibly send these to my daughter because she's kind of interested in it too. And some of these, I need to go through them again and look at them. But the Llewellyn Tarot, okay, this is a beautiful box. It's got the really nice big book. And you can find these on my eBay store, and I'll put them down below. Here's the Judgment card. So these are really, really, the artwork is fabulous. Here's the Two of Pentacles. So that's another one. This book is really, really nice. Lots of pictures. Lots of information in here. But, you know, I've just kind of decided I have to have priorities. And I have so much stuff I have to get rid of. Everything down here is already my stuff. It's not stuff I bought at an auction. There's some stuff back here that I've bought. I mean, like my Foo Dogs, I'm not selling the red one. I actually bought that in China and had it shipped over here. But there's some back there I'm selling. This table down here was my table when I lived in North Carolina, and it's covered with stuff that's going. And I've just gotten a new light box. I've been setting that up today. So this is a real adventure. But what I want to do is I want to continue with my YouTube channel, and I want to do tarot cards, but I may set up another channel for my eBay stuff. And I'm Excuse me. By the way, my husband and I have been really healthy as far as COVID. No problems there. He was in the hospital, like I said, with AFib one time. But so I may do like shop along with me or do auction hauls, that kind of thing. And so I also have the Druid Craft Tarot. I'm going to sell this. This has a little drawer that pulls out. I mean, this retails for US $27.99, which really isn't bad. And then there's a nice book, and the cards are big. This is the world. I have allergies. So anyway, this artwork on these are beautiful too. The Prince of Swords, which I would imagine is the knight. But these are cards that I really didn't use, and I don't see any reason to keep them, especially when I can pass them on. These are all opened. They haven't been used to the point that, I mean, you know, personally, if I were going to buy cards from somebody else, I'd somehow figure out how to clear them. But, I mean, they've just been in my basement for a year, and I just really don't think they even have my bad juju on them. No, I don't have bad juju. Here's a Tarot Discovery Kit. Again, something I've never used. This retails for $29.95. 78 card deck, interactive DVD, a satin book, and a guidebook. So the cards are in here. There's a guidebook. There's a DVD. And these cards by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. These are little cards. Oh, they're pretty. There's the Hangman. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in my eBay store. And it's going to be a buy it now. So if you guys want them, then, but I wanted to tell you first. So, you know, if you wanted them, then, and I don't know when I'm going to get them in there because it's going to take me a while. It takes a lot to put, you know, a listing on. I mean, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. So at least 18 decks. The Celtic Tarot, Potato. I mean, these, look, guys, these are like new. Here's the Fool. These are still in order. Fool, the Magician, High Priestess, the Empress. You know, I mean, they're still in order. I haven't even used them. Has the little card on it and the, you know, the typical little white book. These retail for $24.95. That's the retail price, but remember, these are open. So they won't be on there for that. Celtic Lenormand. I'm keeping one Lenormand deck, but the rest I'm gonna, that's cool. Oh, the bear. Really cool. A nice little book. His back's not even broken because I've not used it. Plus, I never was a Lenormand girl anyway. Whoops. Here's the Sorcerer's Tarot. This is a nice deck too. 6 of Cups. Looking back at childhood memories. The 7 of Cups. Artwork's out. Awesome. The artwork on all of these is awesome. Here's the Fool. And And if there's any of these that you guys are interested in, put it down below, because I'll, you know, I'll work with you on them. Then we have Shadowscape Tarot, Stephanie Pumula. That's an odd name. This is in a beautiful box. Nice box. Typical little book. Oh, these are cool. Ace of Wands. See foxes. These are in order too. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. So see, I've not even really shuffled them even. And the only reason I bought them again was just to do a review of them and share them with you. Then I've got Tarot de los Druids. I guess that's the Spanish. Tarot of the Druids. I think I've had these for a while. So I don't think I've used them. Here's the 2 of Wands. They're very pretty. And they're in 4 languages, I think. Yeah. Bastoni, that must be Italian, French, Spanish, and English. So this is your opportunity. So anyway, when I lost my horse, that was, you know, that was pretty sad. That was a big deal. He was so beautiful, and he was so sweet, and he knew my car, and he hugged back. You know, I mean, you hug him, and would wrap his head around me. Here's the Robin Wood Tarot. Now, this box, not so great. And this retails for $23.95, but the cards are really nice. Here's the Page of Cups. I mean, it's nice card stock, and this is the back of them. So those are pretty. Here's the Queen of Cups. So, wonder what's, oh, this box has a little, it's kind of torn right there. Might be able to fix that. I'm pretty handy. They need to get something done with that January 6th commission. What is the holdup there, right? Okay, then we have the Medieval Scupini Tarot. This box has got a little wear on it. I think I bought it like that. These are bigger, taller cards. I mean, compared to, for example, these. See, they're a little bit taller. This is the 7 of Wands. The backs are beautiful. 7 of Wands. These are Luigi Scupini. The artwork's crazy great. So I hope all you guys have been doing well. And I did get an email from Barbara in England, and thank you for thinking of me. That was really sweet. Here's the Tarot of the Angels. It's kind of pretty. Giordano Berti. Messenger of the Divine World. I can't hardly read this. Angels help us overcome every problem with reason and love. 78 angelic tarot cards full of I can't read it because I'm practically blind. Something luminous energy with instructions for interpreting them. This is the back. That's pretty cool. Comes with your little regular card. And again, 4 languages. This is the Knight of Swords. Very detailed. And let's see what else we have over here. Put those back in a second. The Chrysalis Tarot. Little flip box. Again, the little book. Beautiful card backs. And then this is the 5 of Spirals. So let's see, 5 of Spirals. Well, it's got to be fire. So the 5 of, what is that? What is it? 5 of Spirals. Let's see, the 10 of Mirrors. See, I don't know what these mean. The Wheel. The Scroll. The Scrolls, I think, are air. So you have to figure that out if you're going to get these cards. Because they all still correspond to the 4 elements of astrology. Earth, wind, fire, and water. And then we have the Good Tarot. And I'm not sure if I'm not going to keep these. It's a beautiful box. Pretty background. These are Colette Baron Reed. It has a really nice little book. Yeah, really nice little book. I mean, it's barely been opened. It's not cracked or anything because I haven't used them. King of Wands. Wow, these are gorgeous. King of Wands. Patience. Off the top of my head, I don't know what card that is. Patience. Queen of Fire. So those are beautiful. Nice box. There's one deck of cards I can't find. Heaven and Earth, I think. Chrysalis, did we already do that? I don't think so. Maybe we did. I think we did do those. Then I've got 3 oracle cards. Whoops. Healing with Angels. This is Doreen Virtue, I think. Yeah, it is Doreen Virtue. It's two oracle cards. Here's the little book. And this is the back of the cards. And then there's Ideas and Inspiration, Celebration, Abundance. This is how you manifest stuff. You meditate and you see it in your head and you bring it in your mind and surrender and release. These are gorgeous cards. They're new. But I really just don't see any reason to keep them, and I think I'd just rather pass them on. So then I have another Doreen Virtue Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Really nice little book. And beautiful backs. And these are like cards you can reflect on. This one is Irene, Peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So what I've done before in the past when I've had guidance cards is I will pick one for the day, and that I'll concentrate on that for that day. Freya, Bold, unleash your adventurous side. Take risk and be daring. Freya. Did you guys watch Vikings? Freya is the god, one of the gods. Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So these are super cool. I really like them. I don't use them. I have some that I use and that I'm keeping. And those are the ones that I've kind of, that I normally use. Then I have this deck that I've really never used. I don't even know if I showed it to you, but it's this deck of reflexology. And again, brand new. In this deck, reflexology maps, techniques, I dropped them. Reflexology, and so this is like a little guide book. And then like maps of the sole of the foot, maps of the top of the foot, maps of the palm of the hand, top of the hand, thumb walking, key to technique symbols. So it tells you all how to do this thumb walking. It's like a little class. So these are cool. I've just bought these to show to you guys. And I kind of go a little over the top when I do something like this, and I jump in with both feet, and then I kind of get over my head. But hey, you get to see them before you buy them, right? So this goes this way. It's a really nice box. And so I have 17 or 18 decks here that are going to be up for grabs, and I'm about at 31 minutes. But I have been thinking about you guys so much, and I keep thinking, God, I got to get back on there, because I miss you, and I should have never just disappeared like I did. But like I said, there was a lot going on in my life, and there's always been a lot going on in my life. But I tell you what, ever since Trump left D.C., I used to go to sleep at night with my computer right next to me, and I would have my earphone in with MSNBC on. And I don't do that anymore. I don't obsess over it. I don't watch it all the time. I think that every day I would wake up and think, what has he done now? I mean, just take, for example, what he said about Colin Powell. The guy doesn't have an ounce of decency in his body. I mean, he is not one iota of decency in that man. I don't wake up worrying about what he has done now. On another note, I've reconnected with my mother after years and years and years, so that's kind of crazy. You guys know the story. I remarried my first husband, and when I moved back here, he had lost his wife, and so I'd been divorced for a while, and I had a house full of all my stuff, and so right before his wife died, her parents went into a nursing home, and they lived back here in the same neighborhood. And so they had to get rid of all of their stuff, and my husband and his wife had another house, and they were getting this house remodeled for them to move into. Her mom went into one nursing home, and her father went into adult living because he couldn't take care of her. And my husband's parents had both passed away, and their estate is still not settled. I think His mother has been gone 8 years, and there's, you know, farm property and stuff, and 7 kids, and nobody can agree. And so, you know, but what it amounts to is that a lot of stuff ended up here, from my house, from his mother-in-law, his parents-in-law's house, his late wife's estate, his parents' estate, and now my mother is oh my God. She's like, I have some more stuff for you. And some of the stuff I'm putting in my antique booth, you know, or a flea market booth or whatever you want to call it. And some of it I'm like, well, I don't want to sell that. It's like she gave me this Pyrex bowl. It's one of those blue bowls, you know, it's got the snowflakes around the outside. It's got the lid on it. Well, I don't want to sell that. It's like, that was our green bean casserole bowl when we were kids. You know, I don't want to sell that. Now, some stuff I don't care about. But, you know, there's things that I don't want to sell. But my point of this whole last part of this conversation is that we've just accumulated so much stuff from these, I don't know, 6 or 7 other homes that we have to now figure out what we're going to do with it. And, I mean, a lot of it's already gone. But I have a storage unit. We're trying to add on another room at some point. And, it's just kind of overwhelming. But everything down here, with the exception, some of the stuff back here I've already put on eBay, and I'm just needing to take it out to the garage. But you know what, you guys, the other day I was looking through my stuff. I was looking at this bowl, and I'm like, well, I'm going to put that on eBay. And I've had this for years. And I turned it over and looked at it, and it's baccarat. Wow, cool. So I'm selling that. I had no idea it was baccarat. I think I have another one like it, and I have no idea where I got it. Probably a wedding present, I don't know. But it sure is pretty. I don't need it, though. I don't need that. I don't use that. What am I going to use it for? So, anyway, I just wanted to come on and say hi, let you know what's going on. What's going to be going on in the near future is that I'm going to put all these tarot cards online, and I am going to drop a link to my eBay store below. And in the meantime, if I don't get them on there fast enough and you guys are interested in any of these, give me a holler and I'll totally work with you on it. Of course, they're not going to be retail price. You know, they're going to be a lot better price than what I bought them for. So we'll see if we can work something out. And if you aren't reading your own tarot cards, there's no reason why you shouldn't be. You guys can do this too. It takes. I started when I was pretty young, high school, you know, and there's no reason why you can't do it too. Just, you know, get a deck of cards and learn them. Spend some time with them. Get your juju on them. You can do this just as easy as anyone else. And it's good for you. It's good for you to learn something new. So I'm going to go. I also have not had my nails done in about a month, so I think it's time. I'm going to run over and do that. My husband is coming over. I hurt my arm right here. I don't know. I woke up yesterday morning and it was like all swollen up right here. My wrist, I couldn't really move it. So my husband is coming over with the neighbor. When my husband gets home, the neighbor across the street is coming over. Not Nancy, her husband. And they're going to bring all my plants in so I don't have to do it. Because some of my plants are pretty big and it's supposed to freeze tomorrow. So that's what I got going on, you guys. I'm going to upload this now and drop me a note down below. And good to see you. I'll be back. Thanks. Bye.